I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You're exhausted because you're performing a life you don't believe in. It's not just the long hours, not just the responsibilities, not even the stress. It's the fact that every day you wake up and wear a version of yourself you've quietly stopped believing in. You smile, you show up, you follow through. But underneath it all, you know, this isn't it. This video is going to show you why your exhaustion isn't just about doing too much. It's about doing the wrong thing too convincingly. You'll see how the life you've built, the one that once felt right, has quietly become a performance. And by the end, you'll know what that performance has been protecting and how to finally let it end. Because something inside you is already unraveling. You catch glimpses of it, the irritation that shows up out of nowhere, the emptiness even after a good day, the moments you hear your own voice and realize you're saying things you don't even believe anymore. This isn't burnout. It's dissonance. You're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because you're pretending it still fits. And the hardest part? You've built this life so well that no one else can see it. From the outside, you're fine, functional, even successful. But inside, the fatigue is psychic, spiritual. Not a lack of capacity, a lack of truth. This isn't about quitting everything. It's about seeing clearly where you've started lying just to make it all hold. And the longer you keep performing, the more you lose track of who you actually are underneath it. In the next section, we're going to name exactly what this performance is costing you and why it's no longer sustainable. Here's what this performance is costing you. You no longer feel joy when you win. You feel relief that you pulled it off again, that no one saw the cracks. You don't feel proud. You feel relieved that you survived another day of pretending. That's not success. That's emotional erosion. You're carrying a quiet resentment you can't name toward your job, your relationship, your friendships, even yourself. Not because any of them are inherently wrong, but because you're not really there. You're going through motions scripted by a past version of you, the one who said yes when it felt aligned. But you've outgrown the role, and you're still performing it. So your body starts leaking signals. You're tired in ways sleep doesn't fix. You get irritable with people who haven't done anything wrong. You fantasize about running away, not for adventure, but for silence. And no one knows. Because the better you perform, the more invisible your suffering becomes. That's the cost. The longer you keep saying, "This is fine," the more you disconnect from what's actually true. You feel it in your stomach, in your shoulders, in the heavy pause before you answer the question, "How's everything going?" But this isn't just uncomfortable, it's unsustainable. And unless you pinpoint what this performance is protecting, you'll stay here. Keep watching, because what we're about to expose isn't just the reason you're exhausted. It's the real reason you've stopped feeling like yourself. So what's underneath the performance? Not vanity, not ego, not a hunger for attention. What's underneath is fear. Fear of disappointing people who bet on you. Fear of unraveling everything you worked so hard to build. Fear that if you stop performing, you'll have nothing left. Fear that the real you, the quiet, unsure, unfinished you, isn't enough. This isn't some dramatic collapse. It's self-protection dressed up as success. You're not faking your life to impress people. You're faking it to preserve stability. Because deep down, you don't feel safe enough to say, "This isn't working anymore." You've convinced yourself that if you just keep going, the clarity will come. That maybe one day the alignment will catch up with the effort. But it hasn't. And it won't. Because effort can't sustain what the soul has already outgrown. And yes, parts of this life used to fit. But the moment it started to drain you, it stopped being alignment and became performance. You're not the villain here. You're the one who's been holding it all up, quietly, afraid that if you admit the truth, everything will fall. But holding it is killing you, because the part of you that keeps pretending is the part that's slowly disappearing. You've been pretending to live just to avoid letting anything die. But what we're about to do next, it's not gentle. It's the part where the lie ends, and you either walk out or disappear inside it for good. You already know the truth. You're not confused. You're just scared to say it out loud. Because once you admit this life doesn't fit anymore, you can't unknow it. You can't go back to pretending it's fine. You can't keep showing up to the meetings, the conversations, the relationship, the mirror, wearing a face that no longer belongs to you. So here it is. It's over. The version of your life you've been performing is done, not because you failed, but because you grew. And now you're stuck in a role that punishes your growth. You've outpaced the identity you're still clinging to. That's why you're exhausted. You're not just holding a job or a family or a schedule. You're holding up an illusion, every minute of every day. You don't need more discipline. You need an ending. Not a breakdown, not a tantrum, just a clean, unapologetic rupture. Because the longer you fake it, the more of you disappears. The laugh that isn't real. The "I'm fine" that makes you ache. The vision you stopped believing in months ago. It's not sustainable. And it's not noble. You don't owe your performance any more time. What you owe is honesty. And what's left now is the door. In the next section, we don't negotiate. We name the choice, and you make it. Here's what it comes down to. You can keep performing. You can keep waking up, putting on the mask, checking the boxes, and calling it a life. You can keep showing up to a story you've already outgrown, and let exhaustion be your quiet resignation. Or you can say it. You can say the sentence that undoes the performance. This isn't me anymore. Not because you have a perfect plan, not because you're certain what comes next, but because clarity is enough. This isn't about blowing up your life. This is about ending the lie that's eating it from the inside. You don't need permission. You don't need to explain it to anyone. You just need to stop calling survival success. You don't owe the world a convincing performance. You owe yourself a beginning that doesn't start with pretending. So here it is. Your choice. Keep wearing the life that fits like someone else's skin. Or tear it off and meet yourself as you actually are. No more almost. No more waiting. No more when things calm down. This is the moment. Say it. Move. Let the performance end here. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you, But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.